And then I started to fight, and actually it became my life at that moment. You have to commit for the sport like 100%. And if you not do it 100%, you will never reach the top.
All right. LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Boy, I got another special guest, but this is a real special guest. I have Anissa Haddaoui. Okay, and did I pronounce your name correctly?
Almost. Anissa Haddaoui.
Okay, Anissa Haddaoui. Okay, I apologize for that. Well,
no problem.
I have Anissa on the show today, guys. Anissa, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good.
Oh.
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. It's a great day. It's morning time, and I get to interview you today, so this is going to be great. All right. So I guess my first question, for the viewers, because some of my viewers know that I'm interviewing you. How'd you get started in fighting? Because I'm looking at you, I'm like, man, this girl can fight. But then when I see your videos, I'm like, yeah, she can fight.
I started when I was 11 or 12 years old, and we're about to move from the city, from Amsterdam to a little village outside of Amsterdam. Oh shit!
I love it. Yeah.
Okay, so wait a second. I have to put my phone back where it has to be.
Okay.
Okay, I will.
Want to start over?
No. I was moving with my parents to a village called Assendelft, and I was looking for a new sport because before I did gymnastics, but I want to continue with that. But there was no gym in the village because obviously there were no gymnastic gyms. So I was looking for another sports. So my stepdad, he brought me to a kickboxing lesson, and I did like it, and I never stopped actually. So then it started to happen, to fight and to train a lot. So that's why when I started.
Okay. So your stepdad was the one that got you into beating people up then. Congratulations. Congratulations to your tell your stepdad, hey, he gets an A+ from me. Good. Okay. So let me if I saw you on the street, like do you get this a lot, like when you tell people, hey, I'm a fighter, do people actually believe that when you first tell them?
No. No, because they think I'm a very sweet girl. I am sweet, but it's kind of two different faces, two different people. Because outside of the ring, I'm like this, just normal and be sweet to everyone and be happy all the time. And in the ring, it's like I'm getting I'm getting turned into a beast,
Yeah.
That's two sides of me.
Okay. I like that analogy, the beast. There you go. Rawr. That's what I'm talking about.
That is what it is, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You are a beast. I mean, you got some good fights out there, and I've been really watching because I noticed the first fight I ever saw you in, and I knew you looked familiar. You looked real familiar. I was like, man, this girl's familiar. I've seen her before. You were fighting Jarena Jojo Bars, and girl, you were.
That's right.
Man, you put up a great fight in that fight. I was like, man, this girl, she's pretty decent. Yeah.
I think differently. But yeah.
Nah.
It wasn't a good day though, because I was I was not there in the fight, so but yeah, eventually, yeah, uh, I did what I had to do, and I was fighting.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. I'm more of a positive person. You know, I can see. I actually saw some of like the great stuff that happened. So I'm more of the positive person. I can see what a fighter does, what they do well versus sometimes what they don't do so well. And I was like, wow, you know, it's impressive because you got a record of like what? You got what? 42 wins in kickboxing and Muay Thai combined? Or is it 41 or 42?
I think 43 or already because I'm still. I just fought this year also a lot of fights, so yeah, I added some more wins this year.
43. That's a lot of ass whoopings. I mean, that's a lot of people getting beat up. I mean, wow.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to be proud of that.
yeah, I am. I am.
Okay, now your stepdad supports you, of course, because he didn't want to introduce you. What about your mom?
Mm, my mom thought it was like, uh, yeah, she was like, okay, just go and then come up for yourself, get confidence because kickboxing gets you a lot of confidence and self discipline and to step up for yourself. So my mom was like, okay, that's a good sport to do. But after when she heard I wanted to fight, she was like, oh my god, that was not the plan actually.
Oh, wow.
So she was like, yeah, like a little bit scared about that. And but first it was like innocent, because I started when I was 13 years old with fighting. So in Holland, if you start with the youth kickboxing, you have to wear shin guards and headgear and stuff. So she was like, okay, that's innocent, that's okay. But after when I started to do pro, she was like, "Oh my God, I'm not coming to look anymore because it's like so yeah. For her, it's hard to see her daughters getting punched in the face or kicked, which I understand because yeah, it's your kid because she looks in a different kind of way than sporters do or other people. Um, but now she knows I'm getting better all the time, but she'll still not not come to my fights. The last time was no, the last time was when was it? This year actually. She watched one of my fights, um, and yeah, she's like more confident that I'm protecting myself and that I'm good doing in a fight. So yeah,
Well, you tell
that's kind of the story.
well, you tell your mom that the coach said hello and tell her don't be a Debbie Downer. Tell her don't be a Debbie Downer now. Tell her she got to be a poly positive when it comes to this thing.
Yeah, yeah, I will.
Okay. Now, okay, if you don't mind me asking, because you told me you just helped mom move into a new house, right? So that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she needed some help, so yeah, I'm here.
There you go. You got your strong fighting daughter who could help move in. And if anybody tries something, you could take them down, couldn't you? Yeah.
Of course.
So let me ask you: have you ever had to use your martial arts skills against some bozo, who tried to start stuff with you, just on the street
On the
sometime?
street?
Yeah.
No, actually not. No, no, I'm not a troublemaker. But if someone's making trouble, I'm not stepping back. I'm just like, I'm here. I'm just talking, and I'm doing it the right way. And yeah, actually, it didn't turn out to fighting. No, no.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good, cause man,
Yeah.
I think if somebody get hit with your right hand, they going to sleep. Night, night. Yeah, they probably will. Okay, so let me ask you now. Okay, looking at you, I saw two of your fights. No, I saw a lot of them, but there are two fights in particular that I want to talk about.
Okay.
The Iona Winans fight. Winans, I'm sorry, could grief. You and her, you guys had two fights, and it almost appeared that she thought that she won the first fight. I mean,
Who did sorry, what's the opponent? I didn't hear it.
um, Ilona Wine,
Yeah, Ilona Hayden.
yeah. See,
Oh, I know. Yeah.
my name pronunciation, I'm getting better. It's the European names that I have difficulties with, but I'm doing better.
Don't worry about it. Okay, now I know. Okay.
Yeah, the way she was talking, it almost feel like she thought she won the first fight because you guys had a decision, and I watched the fight and I thought you won the fight pretty good, you know. So what was the whole deal with that feud? I mean, are you guys civil now, or did you guys kind of have like some tension between each other?
No. I won the fight, the first fight in the tournament. There was a final. I won that one on a unanimous decision. So, but after she took the microphone and she told the audience that she fought with a broken hand, which is kind of a excuse, and I don't like excuses, and the audience didn't like it either because everybody was like booing and stuff. So, but she was. Actually, in my opinion, she was taking my shine away because I just won.
Sure did.
Unanimous, But no, yeah, I have respect for her because she's a very good fighter. And then because of that, they wanted to do a rematch, which I accepted, of course. And I was like, okay, let's do it then, because you obviously broke your hand. I don't know if it's true, but I told in the interview that if you break something or you get injured before you fight, why are you fighting? Because if you step in the ring, that's what I always say. If you step in the ring, don't make excuses after you fight if you lose or not. Because I don't like excuses, because you're the one who stepped in the ring, and you have to deal with it. If someone is the better fighter that day, I'm okay with it. You have to take your loss. That's what I do also. And then we fought the rematch, and there was like a lot of trash talking.
Yeah, it was.
Some people liked it, some people not, because everybody was like, "Oh my God, that's crazy! How can she say this?" Blah blah blah. I was like, "Okay, don't worry about it. At the end of the fight, we will see who's the true winner, because she didn't broke her hand or something. So then it's done, because you're making excuses, and then we fight again, and I won again. There's no excuses anymore. So,
Yeah, she was making excuses, and she was not happy about that decision. And then, she went in and started talking about the other stuff. But you beat her up, though. I mean,
yeah,
that was a beatdown.
And still, she's a very good fighter. She gave me a very good fight, because she's one of the best female fighters in the world. She's one of them.
And you beat her. And you beat her twice.
I beat her twice.
Yeah. Well, hey, y'all listening to this interview, you better not steal this girl shine, because she's not having it. She's not having it. So I thought the trash talk was the best thing. That's just me. I thought the trash talk is fighting. You're supposed to trash talk. That's what help. That's what make the fight better. It builds the anticipation.
Yeah, it makes it more interesting to watch the fight. I think a lot of people came for our fight, because we're the only one who trash talk.
Yeah, but that's good. That's good. They need.
Yeah, I know.
They need more people like you that's willing to do that. Because some fighters, on the female side, because I cover a lot of the women, they're real reserved. Like, they won't do it, unless you kind of provoke somebody. But you're that confident in your skill set that you'll go out and talk trash, and then you'll go and back it up. I that's one thing that I like about you when I was doing my research on you, and really looking at how how dedicated you are. But man, you can talk trash, and you talk trash in what, Dutch? Then you can talk trash in English. I mean, what the heck? Now you speak a third language too, right?
Yeah, a little bit of Moroccan.
Okay, I can almost tell that you're Moroccan, or close to. Well, I thought you were semi like Arabic, but I can, because I've been to Morocco before, I bet you've been there. Yeah, I've been there once. But yeah,
Nice.
you were doing some nice track. I loved it. I loved it. Okay, so now I keep seeing all over your training videos Mike's Gym. How did you find Mike's Gym? And
I knew before about my gym because the great fighters, a lot of great fighters are coming from that gym, and I was doing 3 years ago, no 4 years ago, I was doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu over there with Remco Pardoel. He's the one who brought Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to the Netherlands. So I was training with him at my gym. And then I was like, I was always looking at, because at the same time we had the class, there was like kickboxing class too. So I was always looking at the kickboxing class because it's like very close to each other. So I was looking, okay, that's cool. I was like, okay, that's a nice combo. So during my jiu-jitsu lessons, I was like watching kickboxing also. And, then because at that time I was training at another gym, and then I made the decision to stop training at that gym. So I was looking for another gym, and I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? So it was a little bit obvious that I was trying kickboxing at my gym, and I never stopped. So still there.
okay, now Anissa, this question is really getting me. I'm trying to figure out. I've searched everywhere. Who is Mike? Who is he? I'm trying to find this guy, and there are no photographs of Mike at Mike Gyms. Who's Mike?
Who's Mike? Mike is the owner of Mike's gym, and actually the best coach in the world. And he made a lot of, he coached a lot of big guys, like Badahari, Saki, Yurimes. Yurimes is actually one of the first fighters of my gym.
Hmm.
And Melvin Manu is coming from there, and Groenhart, and Sarah Glunder, and a lot of other people. Mike is a very nice guy. He wants to do everything for everyone. He wants to, how you say it? For me, he's a very nice guy. He's always helping people, and he's always there. If you need him, you can always call him. He's always taking care of everyone, and there is always fun because he's always making jokes. So he makes you very comfortable. So yeah, and he's also a dad. He has three daughters and one son. So he's also a family man.
Okay, so that's Mike. I'm gonna see. Cause I kept trying to figure out who is this Mike guy, and dang it, you know what? I'm glad you told me because I was getting real curious. I wanted to see the man behind who was letting this wonderful fighter in that gym and helping her. So I got to know who it is. So thank you. Now, do you ever sit back sometimes and you just think to yourself, I'm a hell of a fighter. I mean, you got some names on your resume. You got some serious names on your resume, and these are like elite level strikers. And many of these elite level strikers, you've defeated them. I mean, do you ever sometimes sit back and relish like, wow, I really am a good fighter?
Yeah, because I have a few belts, and they're here in the living room. So every time, every day, if I'm in my living room or sitting on the couch, I can look at the belts, and then I'm realizing. So it's a very good memory, and I won also the Kunlan tournament championship against a very strong opponent. So that's something for me, that's the biggest accomplishment until now for me, because that was one of my biggest dreams to win that belt, and it's here. I won that belt, so that's one thing. and that's something I look uh, up to every day. Yeah.
Yeah, and people don't really get how brutal, the sport of Muay Thai and kickboxing is. They don't really get how brutal it is to amass over 40 wins. Like, could you kind of tell people like how really brutal this sport is to do such a feat? Because you have some people with maybe 15 wins, 10 wins, but over 40 wins. That's incredible. It just is.
Yeah, I think because I started at a young age. That's why I got that record. Yeah, it is a brutal sport because people only see the results and not the sacrifices we do as fighters, because it's not always fun. Because you have to look on you have to take care of your diet and stuff. So you're not able to eat everything if you're with the family or you're on a birthday party. So you have to go to bed early, so you need to take a lot of rest to recover and going to the gym, doing your stuff. So you have to be how do you say, you have to be achieve a lot every day. You have to go, you have to how you say it,
Overachieve.
no, I mean, you have to achieve every day. You have to be like, how you say it?
Dedication.
Yes, every day. Yeah,
Dedication.
Yeah, that's one of the things you need as a fighter. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because your discipline, you do kickboxing and you do Muay Thai, and Muay Thai isn't that like that's more bone on bone contact, right?
No, I do K1.
Okay.
No more time.
Okay. So it's still like I mean, I can't imagine. I used to box, but I've never been kicked in the head with a kick. I mean, how is that different than taking a punch?
That can be very actually. Yeah. So I think it's the same impact.
Yeah.
The foot is like maybe a little than the glove, because just so you can get hit easierly than the punch.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was watching a fight, and it was you, and I guess you were fighting against an Asian woman. I can't remember her name. I think it was Wing. It was Wing Tun. I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
And she was actually getting the best of you, and then all of a sudden, you knocked her down with a head kick. Like it was wham, and she just hit the ground like like a rag doll. Like that head kick was something. It was extremely brutal. But I didn't even see you throw it. Like it happened so fast, Like,
yeah, and then it was like a few seconds before. Yeah, it was the last 10 seconds or so when it happened. So I was like throwing punches after the kick, and then the bell ring. So,
yeah, she was.
The break.
She was out. I think if she wouldn't have had that bell, she was out on the like she was ready to go. Like she's ready to go right then and there. But wow, that was another exciting fight, and you never give a dull fight. All of your fights are exciting fights. Like every last fight that you've had, you press the action. Like. So is that something that your coach teaches you to do, to press the action, cut the ring off, etc.?
Yeah, of course. That's some of my strengths, because I'm using the ring very well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I cut the angles. But also, my coach always tells me if I'm throwing combos, I have to keep the pressure on. That's something what's also in my game. Game is always because if you come the opponent too much back, she can push you, so she makes the pressure. So I always make sure I'm making the pressure, and I'm doing my game, so that's what I always do.
Wow. Yes, yes, and you do a great job of that because man, it's
Thank you.
because you putting them down. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to ask you, probably even for a few minutes about the Shevchenko fight. The first thing I
Hmm.
want to do is what made you take that fight? Like, did you and your management, did you guys like discuss it, and then you said, no, I really want this fight
Um,
because it was short notice.
yeah, it was 2 weeks.
Mm.
2 weeks notice. So my coach asked me if I was interested to fight Shevchenko. Um, so I was like, okay. The first thing what's in my mind was like, yes, why not? Uh, but on the other hand, it's very short notice. But it's like, okay, I have nothing to lose because it's MMA, and I did one MMA fight before, which I lost too.
Mm.
But I was like not ready for that one. I was like, okay, maybe I can try this time because I train like more MMA and jiu-jitsu. So I was like, maybe let's try. So I said yes, and my coach was okay about it. So we went to London, and then yeah, I lost the fight.
Mhm.
Um, but no excuses, of course, because she was just the better one, and I think she was more technical and maybe a little bit smarter with her movement and stuff, or the clinching, because she's a Muay Thai fighter, so she's more experienced with that kind of style of fighting, and I'm the K1. I'm a K1 fighter, so it's kind of different game because of the clinching and elbows and stuff. Um, but yeah, I was like, okay, let's do it, and I did it, and I lost, but that's okay. It's a good experience, and I think I'm gonna put my focus on kickboxing more than on MMA. But it doesn't mean I'm stopped. I stopped with MMA, so maybe in the future.
Oh no. Okay. Are you with me? Okay. Yeah, I see. Uh oh. Cutting in and out.
I was like, oh, can you
Okay.
say something?
Nah, this no. I'm listening to you. This the good part.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, stand up was okay. Um, and then I was trying. We were in the clinch, and I was trying to get her down. And then she took me down, so I was on the ground. Nothing really happened on the ground. And then the third round, I did the same, and we came in the same situation as the second round, last 2 minutes. And then I came again on the ground, and yeah, nothing really happened. Just the same situation. So it was not a very. It was a good fight, I think, for the people, but it was not a very bad beat up or something. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it was a good fight, and actually, I don't even know if you guys knew, but Antonina has like a lot of years in MMA as well as like kickboxing and Muay Thai. Like she's got a lot of years. Like they've been training
Hmm.
that for a long, long time. So it's kind of like she kind of stepped into the MMA world. So she's got some experience, but I thought that for a short notice fight, like I said, I like to look at what a person does well, versus what they didn't do, and that's just how I'm built. But I actually saw you doing a good job of actually cutting off the ring and actually limiting, her movement because she moves well. But I saw you cutting the ring off, and you at least gave yourself some opportunity to actually be in the fight by keeping her from doing some of the movements that she's used to. So it was a good, it was a good tactic. It was a good tactic, but I agree with you. It's just, I think if you'd actually had some time to prepare, I just think you would have done even better, But like I said, I watched what you did well, and you know, and girl, man, you have a chin of solid steel, like it's crazy because you take and at points in the fight, it's like okay, Is she gonna make it through the fight? And not only you made it through the fight, you could have went about 5 more rounds. I mean, it's like you got stamina.
I wasn't tired anyways.
You got so much stamina. It's incredible. It's like your endurance is just out of this world. You know.
Yeah.
And I really had to tell you that. And I'm gonna tell you what the man Antonina's manager said. I even talked to him, and this is what he said about you. He said, Anissa. Okay, now please help me pronounce. I want to say your name. Okay, good, thank you. Anissa Haddaoui is a very high-level striker and is no slouch, and that's Roger Allen, Antonina Shevchenko's manager. I mean, is that a pretty good assessment of you?
Yeah, of course.
That's what he said. I mean, he said you're a high-level striker and you're no slouch. Like you're like one of the best in the world. So, I mean, he was kind of gave you a lot of respect. Like, and I'm like, yeah, she can fight because she's been in like some major fights, But so you've already talked about your MMA future. You're gonna go back to kickboxing. But you're a blue belt in BJJ. And are you gonna continue to move up in the BJJ ranks?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I do like BJJ because I don't know, it's a very nice game, and I like it because you have to think a lot. It's not just doing stuff and put your hand like on this side or on that side. So there's a lot of my, how do you say it? Very technical game. And besides that, with the suit on, BJJ gear,
Gi.
it's different. The gi.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a long time that I do it, so I forgot.
Oh.
So that's if you do it with the gi, it's like more technical than the no gi, and I like the gi better than the no gi actually. But maybe I'm going to continue with BJJ for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Me personally, I didn't think your BJJ skills were that bad. I actually think that you're getting better at it, because I mean, you weren't taking a lot of damage while you're on the ground, and that's showing the signs of a BJJ practitioner who's actually getting better at the game. So, I tell you, I don't care what fight you're doing. I'm gonna watch it and then talk about it, because I definitely respect you and what you're doing, first of all, and you're 25 years old, right?
26 now.
Okay. Oh, you just had a birthday.
No, my birthday was in May.
Really? Hey, that's when my birthday is. All right. Yeah, that's okay.
What day?
My birthday is May 31st.
31st.
Yeah. What day is your birthday on?
30.
What? Look at this. You're a Gemini. Are you serious? Oh man. So we can be two people at once. That's where the beast comes out from you when you get into the ring. Okay, I get it. So okay.
It's my twin sister.
Okay, well, if you got a twin sister, that's double the butt whoopings in the octagon, or the cage, or the ring. Okay, so before I let you go, it's two more things I want to do, okay? And this is something that kind of, I've asked you all the good questions I want to ask you. Okay, now, there are two different modes that we can go, okay? Alright. We can play, do you have a skill other than fighting? Or we can play Name That Boxer. Which one you want to play?
What do you mean?
Do you have any natural skills other than fighting? Like, do you know how to sing? Do you know how to... Or we can play Name That Boxer. Because part of my audience is a boxing audience as well. So, it'll draw them in and I'm going to make them follow you. So, which one?
Oh my god. Another skill. I think I can do all sports.
Okay.
If I practice it, yeah, I can do everything actually.
No, we talking about something non-athletic, like something non-athletic that don't have anything to do with physicality. I'm talking about other talents outside of your...
Painting.
Really? You can paint. So, what's the last picture you painted?
It's somewhere. I put it somewhere. I have to put it out of the dust.
Oh, really? Okay, okay.
So it's a long time ago, but I like to do being creative.
Okay, so you like being creative. Okay, I can actually see that. So the next time I interview you definitely got to show us the art. I got to see one of your drawings, man, because I just want to see it, and because I bet you are creative. I mean, you seem like a creative person. Okay.
Especially for you, then.
Yes.
I will draw something.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. There you go. Good. Great. I'm gonna accept that.
We got a deal now.
Okay. We have a deal. This deal is gonna go. Okay. Okay. All right. So guys, she says she can paint. So no name that boxer. Okay. So anybody you want to thank? You want to tell people how they can follow you, read you? I mean.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Facebook, Anissa Haddaoui. Hope you know how to write it down, but
I got it.
Maybe you can put it on.
Oh yeah.
On the screen. Instagram, Nisi, 3 S's.
Mhm.
What else? You can go to my website, anissahaddaoui.com. What else? Yeah, that's kind of it.
And guys, her website is really informative. There's a lot of stuff on it. It tells you about Anissa. It tells you about, it's got a biography on there. It's got videos, it's got interviews. I mean, it's got a lot of different things on that website, guys. So definitely check out the website. It is going to be on the screen. And, guys, come on. And then go follow her on all the social media accounts. There what, 4,000 of you guys? Come on. All of you guys. Okay, she can fight. She can trash talk. She can back it up. Let's support her because she's awesome. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it. And one more thing, could you do a drop for me? Could you say your name and this is Coach Shelton Harrison?
My name is Anissa Haddaoui and this is Coach Shelton Harrison.
You know what? You said it right the first time because most of the foreigners, they call me some other name. So I'm like, yeah, oh man, this is awesome.